What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. We are looking at a 95 KX125 three-wheeler conversion. We're playing with Subframe today. Got to get the subframe to sit right. We got to cut three ends off, shorten them. We've got another side that we've got to bend down and get the bolt hole to line up. So that's what this video is going to consist of. Turn around. Just a little ha-ha. We're starting out with some TIG rod. We've got the TIG welder. The old Lincoln Precision TIG. Scribe. Always scribe your lines. Make a big long straight line. If you're cutting out sections of tube, make a big long straight line. That way everything lines back up the way that it was supposed to. Turn around, grab a 4.5-inch grinder, and start cutting. Yep, drop all the pieces down. Cut the extension pieces off. Do what you gotta do. Weld it all back together. Modifying the subframe really isn't something that's complex. It's just something that needs to be done because we are taking an LTZ400 subframe and we're putting it on this 95 KX125 frame. We're also using the LTZ400 rear plastics and seat. We're going to blend the LTZ seat in with the KX125 seat so everything goes together nice and smoothly. We have to finish cut the LTZ rear fenders so that they blend in with the gas tank shrouds on the KX, and all of the plastic work will be done. Once we get this subframe done, sitting level and having everything where we want it, we can turn around, pull it all down, powder coat everything, and make it all nice and pretty. Right now, this is a build that is probably 7 years old. This was one of the first conversions I tried doing many years ago. Dave got me the lathe and the mill. We started making plates. First set of plates that I made went up to New Hampshire and went on a 350X. The second set of plates I made went on my 250R and are still on my 250R. And then I got a hauled set of plates, put them on my 350X, and continued on. But yeah, right now we're TIG welding up the pieces. I got one of them fancy schmancy vice grips. It's kind of like a duck bill. Great for tack welding things in place. Give it a little pinch. Get in there. Put the TIG welder on it. Get you some nice beads. Try not to use too much heat. These tubes are old. They're thin. They're rusty. And a little bit of heat can blow a hole. So you got to be careful when you're welding these things up. We really should be slug tubing these things. But for the application that it's got, it's not really needed. They're not going to break. And I am fully confident that they're not going to break. When you're setting up a subframe, you want to make sure that things sit flat. Get your fenders, set it all, cut the legs, let it all come down, and set it where you need to. First things first, you want the frame itself level. And then you set the rear suspension, front suspension, and the subframe is pretty much the last piece of the puzzle. You get the subframe and the fenders to sit where you want them. You weld it all together. If you're making a custom subframe, it's pretty easy. You just measure, cut, and weld. When you're taking something else and making that subframe work because you want the seat latch and the mounts and everything to be in specific places, then yeah, add heat, cut, weld, do what you got to do to get the components to fit where you need them to fit. It's not really that hard. That's what we do around here. That's pretty much all we do around here. Custom builds, custom engine builds, frame modifications, frame welding, all kinds of different things. If you're new to the channel, we've got well over 1,000 videos. I think we're creeping up on 1,400 or 1,500 videos already. So go through the channels, check out the different videos. We got ride videos, build videos, how-tos, goofing around, all kinds of different stuff that's off-road, quad, trike, and off-road related. Really appreciate you guys chiming in with the comments. Let me know what you think about these kind of things. If you're curious on how to convert dirt bikes into three-wheelers, that's what we specialize in around here. We don't do kits. Everything is a one-off build. I prefer it that way. That way it's a race build. It's built specifically for the person that's having the bike built. It's most comfortable that way, and it works out the best for that way. When you're building something like this, you're not thinking about who it's going to be sold to next. You're thinking about what you're building it for specifically. People aren't going to sink thousands upon thousands of dollars into a build if they don't plan on keeping it for a long time. We get to play with the torch. We're going to be bending down the lower leg. That way everything mounts up and bolts up the way I want it. It's going to be really nice. We're going to powder coat everything green. This is going to be the mellow yellow build. It's another themed build, and I think it's going to be really kind of neat with the yellow and the green mixed together. A little bit of black with the engine. It is not really a modern KX125, but it's not really vintage either. I don't see stuff in the 90s vintage at this point in time. Kind of explain what I'm doing here. I've got a cheater pipe on the end. I'm heating up the whole tube. The side that you want to bend is the side you add more heat to. So if you're stretching the top, you want most of your heat up on top. If you're stretching the bottom, put most of the heat down on the bottom. You really want to spread the stretch out and the heat out over a distance. That way you're not making one specific point too thin. If you stretch too much in one specific spot within an eighth or even a quarter of an inch, you'll make that area really, really thin. So stretch the spread out and the heat and the stretch. Now the other trick to this is a piece of wire. You hang a wire from a location and have it end where you want your tube to stop. So you figure out where your stop point is, hang the wire, that way the tip's right there, and in this circumstance we've got a bolt hole at the end of the leg. So we're bringing the bolt hole down to the tip of the rod, and that will be where the bolt hole on the frame lines up. We are going to have to go through and tweak a couple other spots up top, which is no big deal. Just add heat, add pressure, it bends. Really simple. And there you have it. Plastic sitting on the freshly modified subframe. Give you a little idea on how everything lines up. That gap's really nice. Pull it off, show you. It's just bent, welded, cut, bolted in place. Works really well.